I really wanted to share a semi-new perfume discovery or fragrance discovery with you guys, and this is from the Spanish house of Ramon Monegal. It's quite new. Their first fragrance was launched in 2009, but the perfumer who owns this house is by no means a rookie to the industry. Ramon Monegal was born in Barcelona, Spain in 1951, and he is actually a member of the most important family of perfumers in Spain. He's a member of the fourth generation of founders of the old Spanish fragrance house Mirurgia. Monegal actually led the old fragrance house of Mirurgia since the 1970s, where he created his first perfume. Now, in Ramon Monegal's fragrance house, he has a lot of different collections, like a lot of contemporary niche houses have. And one collection that stood out to me, or the fragrance that really stood out to me amongst the ones that I've tried so far, I have not tried all of them, is Flamenco. Now, Flamenco comes from the Spanish collection, and the Spanish collection is a devotion to, I assume, everything to do with Spanish culture, with Spain, a celebration of that. Now, Flamenco here is probably one of the most unique scents that I've smelled in recent times. That is saying a lot. So this is a fruity, floral, musky, sensual scent, and I decided to do a video of this one on its own because it is, the way that it is sensual is just in a way that none of my other fragrances are, and I will get into why that is. I just thought I would read aloud the description of this from his website. I'm not going to read all of it, but just so you get an idea of the style of this man, it really is a captivating take on perfume.
Distinguished by its wild gestures, ferocious foot stamping, profound laments, and guitar flourishes, Flamenco, my olfactory manifesto to the Andalusian character tattooed with fire on the soul of Spain. Intoxicating emotion expressed in song, guitar, and dancing, which under the spell of Alhambra transcends in perfume.
This is a fragrance of seduction, of passion, of strength. Flamenco at its first spray is extremely fruity. I've actually sprayed it on myself recently, and I have it on paper. I have it all over the place, but you know how it is being a fragrance reviewer. You're constantly trying a million things. The opening of it, like I said, is very, very fruity, almost teen-like fruity, like a teenage type of fragrance style, and that is the raspberry. Now, don't be scared by hearing this, because it absolutely develops. The raspberry then starts to mature, and as this fruit matures, the woods come out slowly but deeply, and they root the raspberry. Then the rose comes out to play, but this is a rose not with a stem, not with the leaves. This is pure crushed velvety rose petals that are then thrown into the mix. Then the muskiness comes out. And let me tell you, once you spray this to me is what you call, or what they call, a beast. You spray it once and the entire room can smell it. It turns into a less fruity, but more of a musky, rosy, deep, passionate. I would say the one word to describe this is deep. This is deep red, and the color of the bottle is extremely suitable for what this fragrance is. But this deep, dark, sultry red, and this is a unisex fragrance. I absolutely love it on myself as a female, and I think it would take a particular type of personality of a male to be able to pull this one off, because I do very much associate it with an actual flamenco dancer. To me, the opening is the teenage, teen life of the flamenco dancer. This is the voyage of a girl becoming a woman. It starts off, with that fruity freshness, the juvenile-esque aspect to it, and then it grows and it deepens, and this flamenco dancer goes through experiences. The woods come out. It feels different things. Heaviness, sadness might even be thrown her way. The heavy crushed velvet of the rose petals just adds into the depth of her life, her trials and tribulations, and she comes out the other end, this gorgeous, beautiful, seductive woman. It's not just a linear fragrance, it is very much complex. And I definitely find that Ramon Monegal is a talented perfumer. I have tried some other fragrances from his line, and Let me know down below in the comments if you'd be interested in me doing a fragrance house overview of Ramon Monegal's fragrances. To me, he is the Spanish answer to Maison Francisco Jean, except even more expertly, because he has been around since the 70s, and he does have this, well, not that it matters that much, but in a way it does, because he has his heritage, his bloodline comes from a family of talented perfumers. When I was reading through the descriptions of the Ramon Monegal website of all of his fragrances, I did find that the way things were described were extremely poetic, extremely beautiful. He is clearly a man who understands and loves literature. And I also soon later found out that he's written a book, a novel called La Perfumista. But this is a man who appreciates the arts and the multifacetedness of being an artist. He's not just a perfumer, he's also a writer of prose. Now, he reflects this deep love that he has for literature in the actual design of his bottles. It's actually inspired by an inkwell. He actually doesn't call this a bottle, but he calls it the inkwell. And when a writer used to write, they would use a stylographic pen and, you know, dip the pen inside the inkwell and continue writing using the ink inside of it. So this is his way of embodying that creation of beautiful notes thrown into a bottle and then closed, sealed shut in this gorgeous creation of a bottle. It is very much a date night scent for me, or something to wear when you want to turn heads. I mean, this is a unique one. And I could imagine that it would be good to layer with some sort of oud scent as well, because the rose in it would just play well with that. Now, Ramon Monegal also has done a oud collection, and I have not smelled that yet, but I'm just dying to do so. I do feel like all fragrance houses now have some sort of oud, because it's all the rage, right? But I can't tell you enough. I feel like I can't really do this one justice, because she is just a glorious queen that needs to be experienced for herself. Thank you so much for watching this video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that my descriptions made sense to you, because I, of course, have been overly excited to share this one. And let me know if you're interested in seeing more contemporary brands. Are you interested in hearing more about the classics? I also have a lot of classics in my collection, of course. And yeah, just excited to hear from you. Thank you so much for your support so far, and I'll see you in the next video.